Hello, my name is Maylien Louisa Ardito Swinnerton, and today is a good day to be making cavatelli. I'm doing this in honor of my nonna, Louisa Ardito. And even though this is not a family recipe, I got the recipe from Luna Cafe in San Francisco, California. I'm going to be making cavatelli today, and the ingredients are whole milk ricotta, Italian 00 flour, and rice flour. This rice flour is a white rice flour. I usually use brown rice flour, but either one is fine. And eggs from our chicken, and this is from Anisette, and this is from Bernadette. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is cut off a chunk of dough. I've let this rest on the counter for half an hour. That gives the chance for the flour to hydrate. I'm going to roll it out into a long snake with a thickness of about, like your ring finger. And don't put too much flour on it, otherwise it doesn't kind of stick to the board. You want a little bit of tackiness, but you don't want it to really stick to the board. Today I'm going to be making this cavatelli with a gnocchi board. And these cavatelli are really a type of gnocchi, although the name comes from the shape, as most Italian pastas do. My bench flour is the rice flour, which helps it to not stick, and the moisture is not really absorbed by the rice flour. So you want to use this instead of regular flour or even the Tipo 100, 00, sorry. So I'm going to cut it into little pieces like this. And then I'm going to shape it into little torpedoes, and then I'm going to roll those torpedoes on my gnocchi board, which is well floured with rice flour. Oh, I forgot to mention that this apron was made by my sister, and it's made out of an old tablecloth of my nonna's, and so I'm wearing it today while I'm making the homemade pasta. I like to serve this pasta with either our family gravy or puttanesca sauce. You can also serve it with other things. You can look up on the internet and find a recipe that appeals to you. Another one that we like is sausage and greens. So I've cut all these up into little pellets, and I'm going to be rolling them in my palm into these little torpedoes and just letting them hang out there in the rice flour. So I'm going to roll it using 2 fingers against this area of my palm, and then just let it hang out there. It took me a while to figure this out, the right pressure and the right place on my palm to roll it. So they don't have to be perfect or identical, because this is going to, when you roll them on the gnocchi board, that's going to sort of make them look a little bit more uniform. But the point of handmade pasta is that it looks handmade. It doesn't look like it came out of a machine. So I'll just roll these up, and then when I'm done, I'm going to be freezing these, and you'll see that in a minute. And you can get you can get a little faster as you kind of develop the muscle memory of how to do this. They're a little bit sticky, but if they're sticky, they're a little bit more tender. In order to use the little machine, they have to be drier, and I think that makes them a little tougher. Okay, so I've just about got them all rolled from this batch, and I kind of toss them in a little of this rice flour so that they don't stick so much to the board. Then I'm just going to use a regular table knife, and I'm going to take each one and roll it down the board, and it kind of curls, and it makes this little hollow place that gives it the name cavatelli, and that the sauce tends to get in there and get nice and covered the pasta pretty well. going to roll this. Not too, you don't want to press too hard. Press it with about a medium pressure. What happens if you press it too hard is, well, that one turned out anyway. If you press it too hard, it gets kind of misshapen and it might stick to the board. Then every so often I kind of take some of this rice flour and reflour my gnocchi board. So nice even tension. And this recipe that uses a pound of whole milk ricotta makes about 2.5 pounds of pasta. I like to serve it with our family gravy, as I said before, or puttanesca sauce. That makes a really good sauce. There's also a recipe that I like that uses greens and Italian sausage, and that's really good. It's a non-tomato sauce. And then once I fill this tray up, I let it dry about 20 minutes or so, and then I put it in the freezer. Once it's frozen, they're all kind of loose, and then I can pack it in a Ziploc bag and just take out as many as I need. Usually a serving is about a heaping cup. In order to cook these, you want to put them in slightly salted water and boil them gently until the cavatelli come to the surface. And when they do, time it another, maybe 90 seconds to 2 minutes, and then fish them out and serve them right away, or put them in the sauce that you're going to use. But once these are frozen, if you have your sauce made, this is really Italian fast food. So I'm just about done with this. Then I'm going to fill up this, I'm going to keep making these and fill up the tray, and then we'll have some cavatelli for future meals. So thanks for watching.